Welcome back. In this session, we'll talk about 5 leaders in online learning define what is quality in online teaching and learning. Our 5 competitors are 2 in K-12, one that speaks to leadership, the other that deals directly with kids, and 3 of the largest online MOOC providers in the world for higher education. We'll start with Inacol, the International Association for K-12 Online Learning, and they want to be a one-stop shop for information. They don't offer any courses or develop any courses themselves. So they want to provide research information and policy advisement, but also standards for quality online teaching and quality online courses. So they've identified 11 standards for quality teaching online. Each standard has about 7 criteria, a total of a checklist of 72 criteria, each one rated on a 0 to 4 rubric. For example, one of the 11 standards is the online teacher promotes student success through clear expectations, prompt responses, and regular feedback. So one of the criteria of that standard would be regular feedback. If the teacher is really great at that, they'd get a 4. If they don't ever respond, they'd get a 0. Inacol also has standards for quality online courses. They've defined 5 such standards. So there are 13 criteria by which they identify quality online content, and 11 criteria for quality online instructional design, 7 for online assessment, 11 for the technology that's used, 10 for how well a course is evaluated and supported. So, for example, in the technology standard, criteria D5 says that all technology requirements are specified. So, if everything is specified perfectly, you get a 4. If it's not specified at all, 0. So there are about 50 checklist type criteria by which Inacol defines quality online courses. Khan Academy, in contrast, is a creator and provider of online content, but not courses. And here's Sal Khan in his converted closet. That's his studio in which he recorded the first about 2,000 of Khan Academy's videos. But Khan Academy believes in short, single-topic videos followed by quizzes to determine mastery. So they have thousands of short videos, about 10 minutes, followed by a quiz. If you pass the quizzes, you are assumed to have mastered that subject. The mastery opens up a doorway into a sequence of knowledge, of modules through a knowledge map. And by that individual pathway through that sequence, you can personalize learning. They even have some authentic activities and assessments. For example, if you want to learn programming, you can take their programming modules. You program online. It grades you right away. So the authentic activities and assessment are quite an advanced element of Khan Academy for K-12 kids. Here's a sample of their knowledge map. So let's say you're an elementary kid, you're learning addition. The gold star shows you've mastered that. So you can pick your pathway of more about addition or subtraction, introduction to learning multiplication. A given kid may take a pathway something like this. So it's personalized, and the activities the kids haven't mastered yet are shown in green, and those that they still have to work on are shown in another color. So it's a very interesting system. Now this is Sebastian Thrun. He's a bigger-than-life guy. He's the founder of Udacity, also the developer of the self-driving car, one of Google's top executives for research. People call him the smartest guy in Silicon Valley. And Udacity is much more technically focused. And not only that, technically advanced, but focused on helping young people get into a high-tech career. So they actually link the top students in their courses to the top tech companies who want those skills. And students can take nano degrees, a sequence of 4 or 5 or 6 courses that would document to these employers their skill in a particular high-tech area. It's a for-profit organization, but anybody can try any course free for 2 weeks. If you want to continue with it, there's a small fee. If it's not to your liking, you don't have to. Here's an example of the high-tech nature. Now you might think, oh gee, here's this handwriting stuff. How is that high-tech? Well, this is actually a question, and this is explained through a diagram that's drawn as the question is explained. And there are 4 answer options, and each option is explained as it's written. And then upon completion of the explanation, those handwritten circles for your answer are replaced by live online radio buttons. And when you've made your choice, you click the check answer or submit button. It immediately lets you know, did you understand this or not? If not, it guides you through, okay, rewind the video, try it again. It doesn't proceed till, again, mastery is suggested. Coursera was started by Andy Ng on the left and Daphne Kohler on the right, 2 of Sebastian Thrun's former Stanford colleagues. Both brilliant. These 2 have a specialty in machine learning. Daphne Kohler is the spokesperson for Coursera. Andy Ng is now the head of research for Baidu, the giant Chinese company like Google. So Coursera offers over 1,000 courses from over 119 universities around the world. They currently have 13 million students from 190 countries. And they want to encourage their students to really complete courses. So they've created a signature track. If you pay about 50 bucks and sign that you intend to complete the course, about 80% of those students go to completion. And they've more recently developed specializations, so students can take a sequence of courses to document to a future employer the expertise they developed, even though they may not have a degree in the subject. It also is for profit. Here's an example of their 8 most popular courses, and look at the range. So, metacognition, learning how to learn, how to reason and argue, meditation, very high-level abstract things. Super high-tech, here's Andy Ng's machine learning course, very popular. The R programming and data scientist toolbox are 2 courses in the data science specialization. And for computer programming, here's interactive computer programming and introduction to algorithms. So in Coursera, you can take anything from poetry to astronomy and pretty much everything in between, 1,000 courses. Their courses value a strong instructor presence. So here's a professor introducing his course, the first session, and he will probably write some things over here and whatnot, but it's his voice that carries the course, not lots of reading. They have an international target audience, so you can select English, Spanish, Japanese, or Portuguese. Here are Portuguese subtitles. For someone who doesn't know English very well, you can speed up or slow down the video so that, again, it meets the needs of as many learners as possible. So, Anant Agarwal of MIT is the head of edX, a partnership of Harvard and MIT. Their goal, their idea of a quality course is that it is kind of one of their traditional courses but online. So the courses in edX are really Harvard or MIT type courses with course numbers, the same courses taken for credit at high cost on campus, but anyone in the world can take them for free. They're traditional full-length bachelor's courses. An interesting example of how that's being put to use is Arizona State University, partnered with edX. A freshman can take an entire year online at only $600 per freshman course, and they only have to pay if they actually pass the course. Isn't that nice? So each of these online learning leadership institutions is continuing its evolution and providing its focus in their own unique way.